Ladies, gentlemen, and those of you who are so ugly I can't quite make out your gender, allow me to introduce myself. I hail from the beautiful town of Swindon, England. You know, England, the country that used to own you people. Yeah, that one. I am an 8-time junior bodybuilding champion and a 5-time light heavyweight wrestling champion. Now, the only person who seems to be unsure on my greatness is Timothy Thatcher. Oh, sure, he's been the internet champion for almost a year. Very impressive. But he doesn't have anything on the greatest British import since Boddington's. So whatever's happened in his little career, or whatever's going to happen, the one thing he'll remember is that he was lucky enough to step in the ring with the most handsome man in wrestling, the male model, K. Jutler.
Fans, and welcome to Saturday morning's most exciting hour. John Roberts joined this week by the killer Jay Mathias to bring you all this great Gym Wars action. In our opening contest, the male model K. Jutler goes one-on-one with the British Messiah Timothy Thatcher.
That's right, the big import from Swindon coming on to take on the former internet champion.
That's right, the man who held that internet title for a year, Timothy Thatcher. And also, today is the beginning. It is round one of the 2011 Young Lions Cup tournament.
Who's going to be the next big star in APW? This is a springboard for young talent. We'll see who can come out on top.
That's also why my usual broadcast colleague Matthew Thiel is not in the broadcast booth today. He has to prepare his man for this great tournament, Perry Von Vicious. But now it is time for our opening contest as we see the arrival of K. Jutler, the male model.
Introducing first from Sweden, England, weighing at 12 stones and 7, the male model, K. Jutler.
Well, the male model making his entrance to ringside, coming all the way from Swindon, England.
That's right. You got to like his chances here. The thing about the Young Lions Cup is it's a tournament. There are many, many young men who want to fight from all over the world. It's reminiscent of the old King of Indies that APW used to run. And so he is unknown.
Well, here comes Timothy Thatcher, the man who at one point held the APW Worldwide Internet title for over a year, and the man who is the master of the Thatcher stretch, a move that we didn't see too many people counter until Jody Christopherson was able to counter.
That's right. It was considered every move has a counter. Every move has a counter, but this one, no one knew for a while.
And his opponent from London, England, weighing at 16 stone, he is the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher.
And as I was saying, the Thatcher stretch, no one was able to counter it, but every move has a counter. It just has to be discovered, and Jody Christopherson did just that. And so Thatcher has had to step up his game. That's why we've got this match here in the Young Lions Cup. Maybe he's trying to prove himself all over again by winning the tournament.
Well, both men now out at ringside. The referee for this contest is APW official Toby Reynolds.
His name is Toby.
You always like saying that every time.
Toby!
Every time you're here in the broadcast booth, you have to say Toby Reynolds' name like Toby. Or, well, you do it better than I do.
I do. Call the match, son.
Well, K. Jutler with some not so kind words for the All Pro Wrestling fans here.
That's right, and the fans getting an international treat here. We see two British pros taking on, and Brit Pro is actually a style, so we may see some maneuvers, some attacks, a style of wrestling that is not normally seen in the APW ring.
Well, Toby Reynolds going over the rules with these two gentlemen. And Timothy Thatcher has got the support of the All Pro Wrestling fans, not something that
that's a first.
Well, listen to the crowd chanting Thatcher. And that's something different. Yeah. Timothy Thatcher with the support of the crowd in this match. K. Jutler must have come on and said some not so nice things right off the bat.
You got to be pretty low on the totem pole to get people cheering for Tim Thatcher.
Well, Thatcher puts Jutler into the corner as they lock up to start things off.
even that lockup a little bit tougher than normally. That you would normally see that. The Brit Pro style is a lot, almost like Japanese. It's funny. The farther east you go from America, the more hard hitting the wrestling gets. So Brit Pro is not as quite as hard hitting as the Japanese style, but not as loose as the catch as catch can that you see in America. So we're probably going to see a couple of strikes here once these guys actually get started. We're going to probably see strikes and going into a lot of submission holds. So we're going to see some chain wrestling, hopefully, as soon as K. Jutler can get his head in the ring.
Yeah, as soon as K. Jutler starts jack-jawing with the crowd and focuses back on his opponent, and it looks like Timothy Thatcher's just content to stand back and wait. And now offering our fans a shot at K. Jutler.
Thatcher with a little mental war games. He knows what goes down in this war zone. He's at home here. Now, remember, he's been over here for a few years, and this is K. Jutler's first visit to the garage. So there is a advantage to be had there for Tim Thatcher.
Well, of course, the world-famous All-Pro Wrestling Garage right here in Hayward, California. And
for the folks that don't know, that's a postage stamp, just south of Oakland. Don't just say Hayward like people know. Come on.
Well, Timothy Thatcher going right after K. Jutler, but Jutler having to run out of the ring to the floor and trying to avoid the attack of Timothy Thatcher.
I'm not sure if K. Jutler is on his game right now. He seems out of sorts.
Well, we will see who will get the better of who in this battle of two Brits, K. Jutler and the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher, going at it as we continue right here on All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. John Roberts and Killer Jay Mathias here on All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. Timothy Thatcher, the British Messiah, going one-on-one with K. Jutler, the male model.
And who's the referee there, guy?
I'll just say it.
Toby. And now we're starting to see some of the stuff that the British are famous for. We're seeing a lot of holds and some unique grappling techniques here. Tim on top of the male model, and I think he's thinking he needs to go and film that Showgirl sequel he got offered before he came over here.
Well, he looks like he's smacking him on the hand.
Yeah, well, what he's doing is remember, K. Jutler is not an APW wrestler. He is not currently on the roster. So what you got here is he may not have scouted that Thatcher stretch. He may not have seen.
Oh, well, there's a cover. 1, 2, and almost 3 that time for the British Messiah.
But now, see, Tim Thatcher can, revert to his old ways and kind of work that arm down and go for a Thatcher stretch. Maybe K. Jutler hasn't seen the last few episodes of Gym Wars. Maybe he hasn't scouted out that stretch. Maybe he doesn't know that counter. Tim Thatcher can gamble with that right now and utilize that to his advantage, his newness to APW, and it's paying off.
Well, Thatcher right now with a cravat on the neck, and he's also got that arm locked in there.
Nice.
So that Jutler cannot try to escape it all.
What that's doing is hurting both sides of the neck. You've got the cravat on the right, and then the arm, holding the arm up is crunching the left too. So good job by Thatcher on getting the most out of his moves.
Well, Jutler trying to get out of the predicament he's in right now, but Thatcher able to counter him, and he keeps his head locked in the spine, trying to keep the separation from the other arm by doing so.
You see, it's very hard to counter a hammerlock because you can't automatically go for that headlock. You see Thatcher has that head low, so he's impervious to an elbow, he's impervious to a counter. There's really not much you can do, so you see his counter is getting countered every time.
But there's a stomp on the toe by Jutler. Looking to clothesline Thatcher's head off, but Thatcher follows him up with a European uppercut and another signature European uppercut from Thatcher. Going for a third one and knocking down Jutler, who has to escape out of the ring to gain his composure once again.
And that's the hard-hitting European style that we're used to seeing from Tim Thatcher. And you think K. Jutler is thinking he might have bit off more than he could chew. You got to wonder if the flight is taken into account. Maybe that took a little bit out.
Maybe a little bit of jet lag, but he's the male model. I'm sure he's got his own G6 flying around the country, all over the world.
I have heard him say he flies like a G6.
Oh, but Thatcher gets hung up on that top rope as he tried to bring Jutler in by the hair.
Maybe a little possum on Jutler's part.
Well, now look at K. Jutler setting him up. Thatcher going to give him a boot. Nice maneuver from Jutler. Look at the speed and agility. And a standing moonsault from Jutler. There's a cover hook leg 1, 2, could it be 3? No. Able to kick out is the British Messiah.
Some educated feet there from K. Jutler. This guy, I think he's starting to get his groove back. You know, maybe the jet lag, maybe it didn't affect him. And so he's putting his mark on APW.
Well, now we're starting to see some of the tenacity that won him some championships back in England. But right now, Thatcher trying to fight out that elbow. Oh, but Jutler able to just clip him with that elbow, not knock him completely off. And now Thatcher setting him up. Looked like he was going to go for a vertical suplex. Instead, it's Jutler snapping one off. Floats over into a cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, could it be 3? No! Thatcher able to kick out once again.
And now we're seeing that hard-hitting style. Look at that, right back to the strikes and stomps.
Now, you know, if this was a British rules match, those strikes would be illegal because it'd be on a downed opponent.
Yeah, that wasn't real. You know, Thatcher just made that up to get the upper hand.
You really think so?
I think so. I don't.
Jutler drops the elbow.
You just believe anything they tell you, don't you?
Well, there's a cover. Oh, but only a 1 count.
This guy, I tell you. Look, the British are known for being hard strikers, man. They're known for being dirty.
That was the British rules match. We saw a cover there for a second by Jutler, but Thatcher able to kick out, and now with that rear headlock applied in the center of the ring.
You didn't see Thatcher throw 1 boot, nothing, while Jody was down there? You never saw that happen?
Yeah, but he got a yellow card for that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Jutler with the rear headlock.
I don't know how to tell you this, but there's no Santa Claus. I don't know how to tell you that.
Toby Reynolds checking on Thatcher, but Thatcher not wanting to give it up. And there's a shot to the gut by Thatcher, trying to get some separation as he has the crowd behind him. But Jutler, with a handful of the hair, hooks the outside leg. 1, 2, could it be 3? No. Thatcher able to kick out. This newcomer to All Pro Wrestling, K. Jutler, has got Timothy Thatcher right where he wants him. We'll see what happens as we continue right here on Gym Wars.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include the Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
And we're back to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. The male model going to the top rope. Timothy Thatcher's in trouble.
This could be big. Almost bigger than the fact that there's still no Santa Claus. I forgot to tell you that.
K. Jutler coming off the top. And a slap to the face.
Wow. Just utter disrespect from the male model.
Oh, but Timothy Thatcher, Jutler, you might not want to turn around. European uppercut to the throat of K. Jutler.
With slapping a downed opponent, you wake him up.
Jutler with the counter on Thatcher. Thatcher goes into the turnbuckle, sends Jutler over the top rope. Oh, and the educated feet of K. Jutler coming to play once again.
Nice.
Whoa, nice neck breaker.
Right.
Cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, only 2 that time. And Jutler smart to turn and pop his hips so that Thatcher could not put his feet on the bottom rope and get a rope break.
Good ring awareness by K. Jutler. You can see why this guy can win 5 championships. However, his
Oh, but now Thatcher's setting him up. He's setting him up for that Thatcher stretch. He's starting to work away at the arm, and Jutler's in a lot of trouble right here.
See, and that was pride that got him in that move, and now you see how he could lose 5 championships.
Well, the fans chanting, make him tap. Jutler with some knees to the back of the head. The foot coming all the way around to the front, just double impact on Thatcher, and now running with a double axe handle into the spine. An arrogant cover there, lateral press, 1 count only. Thatcher able to kick out right away.
Didn't hook the leg. You gotta hook the leg on a guy like Thatcher. He's not just gonna stay down easy.
Well, the fans calling K. Jutler Sally, and
that's not his name.
I don't think he's liking that too much as he continues to work away at the face of Timothy Thatcher, and now he's choking out Thatcher in the center of the ring. He's got a 5 count to work with there from referee Toby Reynolds, and he breaks it just in the nick of time.
Once again, don't turn your back. You do not turn your back to a man like Thatcher. You got to stay on top of him.
Well, Jutler running into the ropes, trying to clothesline Thatcher down. Thatcher not going anywhere. Oh, and the knee break, the knees to the arm with that shoulder breaker by Thatcher. That is a signature setup for the Thatcher stretch.
That's right. Like I said, Jutler may not have scouted out Thatcher enough to counter these moves. So he's being set up for something that the fans have seen before, and this could be his downfall.
Thatcher's getting ready. You can see he's starting to sense blood in the water. There's a European uppercut once again to the chest and throat region of Jutler. Sends him for the ride. Ducks the clothesline. Goes the male model. Oh, and a nice leg lariat takes down the British Messiah.
It's almost like this kid has 4 fists. You have to count his feet, his other hands.
Well, there's a cover 1, 2, but only able to get 2. Not able to hook the leg, just crawling towards that cover.
Jutler's got to suck it up. He could get a win here if he stays on top of Tim Thatcher. Just stay on him, keep pounding him until he stays down.
Jutler back to his feet. Oh, nice maneuver from Jutler, the male model, in control right now. British Messiah in trouble.
And here we go. We've got to see a cover here. It's got to be quick. I mean, Thatcher's been on his back 4 or 3 seconds. Kay could have... I don't know if I like this. This is a little bit prideful.
Well, the male model calling to go to the top rope. I wonder if he's going to try and go for a moonsault off that top rope. He's way up in the high red district, going for it all. Nobody home.
Wow, did you see the impact? He must have bounced. And there
Thatcher,
it is.
Thatcher, he's going for it. The Thatcher stretch. And he's got it applied in the center of the ring. There it is. And Jutler is tapping out. And the British Messiah gets the win.
And the winner by submission in 11 minutes and 37 seconds, the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher.
Now see, the problem with that was Thatcher was on his back for more than 3 seconds while he set up for that moonsault. Jutler showing his inexperience and going for that moonsault, trying to be flashy. He could have walked out here with the win instead.
But you got to give the guy credit and the sign of disrespect from Thatcher to a man who showed him a lot of disrespect in this match. But you got to give the guy credit. He came all the way out from Swindon, England, and applied his craft, and he did a pretty good job, but he wasn't able to get the job done today against the British Messiah.
All I'm saying, you come all the way across the Atlantic, you better do whatever it takes to win. Don't be flashy. You can impress everyone later. Take the victory first, Jutler. Hopefully we'll see him again.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere because it is time for round 1 of the Young Lions Cup, the 2011 Young Lions Cup here in All Pro Wrestling. It is going to be huge. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
5, 4.
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. info@allprowrestling.com. Give us a call as well at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Welcome, wrestling fans. It's time for round 1 of the 2011 Young Lions Cup. Our first match for this great tournament is Victor Sterling going one-on-one with Will Roode.
This is exciting. I'm happy to see it. The Young Lions Cup is one of my favorite events APW has each year. We get to see these young talent. So now we got to look at this talent. Will Roode, Victor Sterling, a lot of butterflies in their stomach. You're the opening match of the Young Lions Cup. How do you react?
Well, there's a quick roll-up. There's a quick roll-up. Only a 1 count there for Will Roode. Victor Sterling, this is his debut here in All Pro Wrestling, and have heard some great things about him. I'm looking forward to seeing this contest as they go. Will Roode goes to lock up with him, but Sterling this time with the counter, rolling Will Roode up.
Here we go. We got some mutual respect going on here. This is what it's all about. Like I said, this is the spiritual successor to APW's King of Indies. And the Young Lions Cup is starting out real well with these 2 athletic competitors, Will Roode and Victor Sterling.
That's right. Great sign of sportsmanship from both competitors. And there's a lockup trying to go toe for toe there. And right now it's Sterling with the side headlock takeover, taking Will Roode over. Now Roode rolling him up. There's a 1, 2, and a no, only 2. Sterling able to put the force back over and still keep track of the head and keep a hold on the headlock.
And this is a great start to the Young Lions Cup, but you can see both competitors really keeping it basic. They're going with what they know. These are young fighters. They're falling back on their training and trying to keep it simple, because you got to be nervous being the first match out there. There's no precedent for you. You're going out blind. You probably just found out who you were taking on in your bracket maybe an hour or two ago. So I got to commend them for coming out and doing such a good showing right off the bat.
Wow. Roode with a nice counter, but Sterling able to take him down with the tackle. Will Roode tries to trip him up, leapfrogging over Sterling. Victor Sterling sent high into the ropes and, high into the lights, and brought down with that nice hip toss. And a standing drop kick from Will Roode takes down Sterling. Cover hooks the leg, 1, 2, could it be 3? No! Will Roode almost advanced to the second round of the Young Lions Cup tournament there, but Sterling able to kick out, and a nice European uppercut from Will Roode.
Now we finally got one competitor kind of finally establishing himself. Will Roode is taking over the match, and you see he's going for the strikes, wearing his opponent down. But Sterling, as he showed with that tackle, has a lot of power. We could see well, there it is.
There's reversal. A nice counter. And a hip toss this time by Sterling to Will Roode. Hooks the leg, 1, 2. Sterling almost going on to the second round that time. Now he's got that rear headlock applied into the center of the ring. Going to try and slow things down and try and wear down Will Roode.
Now see, this is what you want to see from young competitors. You see that? They're not trying to get flashy. They're keeping it basic. They're just trying to get the win. They're trying to advance in the tournament. And you don't, remember, they've got matches after this. So you don't want to just, use everything you've got right off the bat. They've got to also remember to keep some surprises for later on in the tournament. Wow, that cameraman just got, I'd love to see his view. He just got an eye for it.
Well, Sterling just targeting Will, now starting to go a little bit outside the rules, choking him, but not completely breaking the rules. Roode in trouble here. Will Roode, of course, a graduate of the All-Pro Wrestling Boot Camp, had to leave the boot camp for a little bit as he had to go under the employ of the boss, Derek Sanders, but he is no longer employed by the boss, and he's now trying to make a name for himself with a nice big European uppercut. If he continues to do stuff like that, I'm pretty sure he'll make a good name for himself here in All-Pro Wrestling.
That's right. You can start to see the competitive juices flowing. Wow, big cross body.
There's a cover, 1, 2, almost 3. The referee's hand was that close to counting the 3.
You see, everything started out cordial, and now they realize that if they lose, they're out of this tournament. So both competitors starting to really get into it, starting to see some body slams, some attacks here, and someone's got to win.
Will Roode dropping the fist across the face of Victor Sterling. Hooks the leg, 1, 2. Sterling in trouble, but able to kick out just in time again. Will Roode, of course, has the support of all these great Gym Wars fans, but Sterling able to counter and able to fight back. Shots to the face, and another one for good measure. He's got Roode rocking and reeling a little bit. Shots to the gut by Sterling once again. And I was going to send Roode's face hard into that turnbuckle. That was pretty rude of Sterling, no pun intended.
I'm going to leave that one alone. Sterling is showing a lot of power for such a small package. This guy is, he's a slight guy. He looks like a featherweight. He's going to pack on pounds as his career proceeds, but he's still got a lot of brute strength for such a lightweight guy. We've seen him throw Will around. We've seen him do a big tackle, and we've seen him use a lot of strikes, and they're obviously having an effect on Will Roode. We'll see if he can dig down and show the heart of a lion and advance in the Lions Cup.
Will with another European uppercut sends Sterling into the corner. Oh, but Sterling once again with the counter. Roode up and over, countering Sterling. Shoves him chest first into the turnbuckle. Oh, nice maneuver from Will Roode. Could it be enough? Hooks the leg, 1, 2, 3, and Will Roode is moving on to the second round of the Young Lions Cup.
And the winner by pinfall in 5 minutes and 6 seconds, Will Roode.
An impressive showing by Will Roode, and he kept it simple. I'm surprised. You saw flashes of athleticism. We know Will Roode has got a lot more in the tank, so whoever he sees in the second round, I don't know if they're going to see the same Will Roode. Will was definitely holding back, and he came out the victor.
Well, a sign of respect from both competitors. Victor Sterling, his night is over. He is done in the Young Lions Cup tournament. Will Roode is moving on to the second round.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. It's round one of the Young Lions Cup. Levi Shapiro and Brandon P.Net are going at it, and we didn't even get a chance to see their entrances. They're just going right after each other.
This one's a fight. These two want to win, and now they've got the jitters out. This is what happens when the jitters are gone. They've seen a match now. They've seen two other guys go through it. There's no butterflies. They just want to advance.
Well, Brandon P.Net, the internet sensation, really just going after Shapiro. Nice drop kick and nice arm drag. Shapiro's in trouble, and now Brandon, he's reaching for the hair of Shapiro, hauling the man from New Jersey up onto the apron. Oh, but Shapiro hanging him out to dry on that top rope.
Smart move by Shapiro. We'll see if he can advance. Shapiro has been involved in APW for a little bit now, and he's shown some stuff. So this winning the Young Lions Cup would do a lot for his standing in that locker room.
Well, there's a nice forearm to the face and a second one. Picking him up, dropping him down hard. Nice slam from Levi Shapiro. Runs into the ropes, dropping the elbow across the chest. Hooks the leg, 1, 2. Could he be moving on to the second round? No, only a 2 count that time, and the internet sensation finds new life after kicking out of that one.
And Shapiro showing some stuff. Both of these guys coming after each other. A lot of strikes. I think these two just out and out don't like each other.
Well, Shapiro, oh, nice. Wow. Nice whirly-bird kick there to the face, but, Brandon P.Net able to kick out just in time again. Oh, and the laces raked across the eyes of Brandon P.Net. Shapiro not wanting to stick within the rules and is just going after Brandon P.Net with a vengeance, and Brandon's in a lot of trouble right now.
That's right. Shapiro really wants this. I think, when you look at the body of work that Levi Shapiro has put together here at APW, you got to admit, it probably hasn't turned out like he would have hoped. He's won a few, he's lost a few, but he hasn't been impressive. Let's be honest. So this is a chance for him to put Brandon P.Net away and make his mark right here in the Young Lions Cup and show how much he's improved in his time here at APW. So we're seeing a guy really trying to make a statement, and Brandon P.Net maybe got more than he counted, or more than he bargained for, coming out to this match.
Well, these two both thinking the same thing, looking like they were both going to go for German suplexes, but counters by both. Now Shapiro with the side headlock gets sent for the ride. Oh, nice atomic drop! Wow! By Brandon P.Net, hooks the leg, 1, 2, 3, and he gets the win, and he's moving on to the second round of the Young Lions Cup.
And the winner by pinfall in 2 minutes and 36 seconds, the internet sensation, Brandon P.Net.
All right, folks, when we come back, it is the APW News Break. Don't go anywhere.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the APW News Break. I'm your host, the Killer, Jay Mathias. You just saw a challenge issued to the champion, the internet champion, Matt Carlos, right after he defeated Sheik Kanabati. Marcus Mack came out and had something to say on behalf of Rick Luxury, and you saw him accept. Well, let's see what happens now that everybody's recovered, everyone's cooled down. Let's hear from both combatants in this upcoming match.
That you have not beat. Rick put you in the ground, Matt Carlos. He beat you already. He proved he's the real internet champion. You're absolutely, get that out of my face, man. That is nothing. We are the real champion. We hold the title, we hold the gold, Matt Carlos. You know it, don't you? In your heart of hearts, you know it, don't you, Carlos?
Marcus Mack,
I know it. They know it. Rick Luxury knows it. APW management knows it.
message for you to send to Wrestling Personified Rick Luxury. I will put the real worldwide internet title on the line, and if Rick Luxury wants to get out of control, tell him to show up to the next match, Mac. I accept.
See, there's other champions that decide to take nights off. Like you, Matt Carlos. See, I am the real worldwide internet champion, and that's why I'm here in Madrid, Spain, defending my championship tonight while you sit at home in fear. Fear? Fear that is due to the fact that you're afraid what I'm going to do to you, Matt Carlos. You see, you put your hands on Marcus Mack. That's why he's not standing next to me right now. You decided to hit Marcus Mack with the Union Landing when I was out of state defending the real internet championship. That was the biggest mistake you ever made, Matt Carlos. Because when you put your hands on the founder of Pink Mink Inc., there will be consequences and repercussions that you'll have to deal with. In fact, Matt Carlos, those consequences and those repercussions are wrestling personified. You know what, Matt? I know you've been afraid of me. I know you've been ducking me. I know you've been dodging me. You're so afraid of me that you had to put your hands on Marcus Mack to make you feel more like a man. The fact is, I'm all the man that you need to step in the ring with. I am wrestling personified, and I'll put the real worldwide internet championship on the line if you bring your replica belt. And see me in the squared circle.
Hey, APW fans. This is your worldwide internet champion, out of control, Matt Carlos. And you see, first off, I want to say what's up to Wrestling Personified, Rick Luxury. I hope you got that message from Marcus Mack. And just in case you didn't, it was a very big Union Landing. Because you see, I've seen the way you've been bullying other talent out here, Rick, and I've seen the way you've brought out some bogus title. Take a good hard look, Rick. This is the Worldwide Internet Championship. I have earned this by being the best wrestler in APW. But you want to bully a couple people, you want to boss around a couple people, bring out a bogus title and call yourself a champion? I leave it all out there in the ring, Rick. And you're going to find that out at Young Lions Cup when I put this title on the line against you. See, we're going to see who the better man is. We're going to see who deserves to hold this up high and call themselves the champ. But Rick, this isn't going to be a wrestling match. I hope you know, Rick, that this is going to be a fight.
Well, there you have it. Coming June 4th, you're going to see title versus title. Looks like either Matt Carlos is going to lose his belt or Rick Luxury is finally going to shut up. Now, elsewhere in APW, last week, we had both belts on the line. See, Dylan Drake was defending against Larry Blackwell. Well, the bell rang. Dylan was still champion, but the action did not end. Let's see the aftermath of that match and see Dylan's reaction to it.
Well, Dylan Drake retains the Universal Heavyweight Championship. But again, the question needs to be asked, at what cost? He is laid out by the Carnival of Shadows.
And that message is crystal clear. Blackwell wasn't able to get the job done, but Jekyll's is next in line.
Corvvis had his opportunity at the Universal title. Now Blackwell has. Jekyll's, a former Universal Heavyweight Champion in his own right, is looking to claim that gold.
Dylan Drake, I know that you want to play with me one-on-one, don't you? But you know what they say, all good things to those who wait. But, you know, Dylan, I have what's the word? A proposition for you. How about we have a tag match, a tag team match, so at least you'll get to be on the other side of the ring of me. And, you know, Dylan, I want you to go get a tag team partner. Anyone you want. You go get anyone you want. And it'll be you two against me and Omega, Blackwell, Omega. You know what? Let's play a game. A guessing game. And you guess, because I'm not going to tell you. And when you come out and you see who it is, you will be surprised, won't you? So, I'll see you there, Dylan. I will see you later.
So here I stand once again, standing in front of the world, all the fans of all pro wrestling in the Bay Area, my home, talking about a problem that I thought I had already solved, a problem that I thought I had fixed. That problem is the Carnival of Shadows. You thought last week after I took your mountain down, after I chopped your mountain down, that you guys could all come in the middle of the ring and lay me out and drape me with my APW Universal Heavyweight title? That's not going to fly with me. That's not going to fly with your champion. I challenged you, Jekyll the Jester. I put an open challenge to you. I even put my title on the line. And what do? You say you want a tag match. You say you want to hide behind the Carnival of Shadows one more time, and that you're not going to let me know who from the Carnival of Shadows you picked. I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. It doesn't matter who you pick. The fact of the matter is, I've got a tag partner of my own, and I'm not telling anyone in the world who it's going to be. And I promise and I guarantee you're all going to be very surprised.
There you go, Dylan Drake, APW's Universal Heavyweight Champion. A little worse for wear, but nonetheless, he is ready for his next challenge. At least that's what I think. Now let's get back. We've got more action from the first round of APW's showcase of the best in NorCal's young talent. It's the APW Young Lions Cup, and it continues right after this.
5, 4.
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. info@allprowrestling.com. Give us a call as well at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. It's round one of the 2011 Young Lions Cup, and we're awaiting the intro of Perry Von Vicious.
We've seen a lot of talking from this guy, a lot of promotional material. Well, here he is.
Making his way to the ring first, being led by his manager, Matthew Theall, from Greenwich, Connecticut, making his summer home in the beautiful rolling hills of Napa Valley, California, weighing 240 pounds, Perry Von Vicious.
Well, Perry Von Vicious, no love from these fans. As soon as his music hit, they were booing him out of the building.
Well, you can't make a good impression. You guys been talking smack via commercial for the past, 6 months? I mean, every time you turn around, you see another commercial for the guy. Oh, I'm better than you.
Well, we finally saw him on Gym Wars a little while ago with Matthew Thiel, and they said they were going to lay waste to everyone in the Young Lions Cup and win it all.
And his opponent from Modesto, California, weighing 150 pounds, Daniel Torch.
Daniel Torch making his way to ringside, and just looking at it from a physical standpoint, I think I'm going to have to give the edge in this contest just on pure size alone to Perry Von Vicious. I think that he's going to pull it out in this one, but Daniel Torch, don't forget, he's a fighter, and he's got a lot of heart, and I think, he might put everything he's got in this match and pull out a victory, too.
Well, like I said, I saw Daniel Torch's debut at APW. It didn't turn out like he had hoped, but he's a scrapper. He's a fighter, and this Perry Von Vicious, all we've seen from him is talk, okay? I've seen commercials. I've seen him talking. What I don't see is a whole shirt, but anyway, I've yet to see this guy wrestle, so I'm not I'm not going to call it. You know, I don't know what he's got. I don't know what he can do, but I do know Daniel Torch is a fighter. I don't think even if he's going to win this one, it's not going to be easy for him.
Well, of course, these fans don't like Perry Von Vicious' manager, the self-proclaimed greatest mind in professional wrestling, Matthew Theall. They sure as heck don't like Perry Von Vicious, and you definitely got to believe that the Gym Wars crowd is going to be strongly behind Daniel Torch. And don't forget, folks, you too can be a part of this great Gym Wars crowd. Log on to allprowrestling.com and find out more about future TV tapings.
Well, you know, Perry Von Vicious, I mean, he's not endearing himself to the crowd with his words or his actions. Now this guy's been out here. I mean, we've been out here for a good 5 minutes, and this guy is still disrobing. I mean, there should be a delay of game penalty here, and Matthew Theall is just an enabler. I mean, he really needs to get his wrestle ready. I don't know if this is some sort of mind games or mind tricks they're trying to play, but Daniel Torch came here to wrestle.
Well, this is Perry Von Vicious' debut here in All Pro Wrestling. We have yet to see him inside an All Pro Wrestling ring. I, for one, am looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table. I've heard nothing but talk from Matthew Theall at this point, and now it's time to see what he's all about inside the squared circle.
Gotta admit, I like his colors. You know, green is worn by champions. That's all I gotta say.
You used to wear green. I'm not surprised you're saying that. Well, there's the bell, and this match is officially underway. This round one match, of course, Will Roode and BrandonP.net, the internet sensation, have both moved on to the semi-final round, which we will see next week here on Gym Wars. We still have one more preliminary round match following this one.
Now we see Matt Theall. Let's make sure he doesn't have anything to do with the outcome of this match. He's there to manage it, and he's there to counsel, but I've never liked the idea of this guy being on the side. And there you go. See, you already get involved, sliding that club in there.
But Daniel Torch got distracted for just a moment, giving a window of opportunity to Perry Von Vicious, who utilizes it right away.
Here's an advantage for Perry Von Vicious. He is a very tall guy. He's got a lot of length to him. So those long arms and legs can maybe keep the shorter Daniel Torch away from him.
But Daniel Torch has all of his agility, and there's a nice kick from Daniel Torch. Another drop kick from Daniel Torch sends Perry Von Vicious all the way to the outside, and Perry's in a lot of trouble right off the bat. Perry taking a moment to talk to Matthew Theall and recollect himself. I don't think he was expecting Daniel Torch to just bounce right out of the gate like that after he took a moment to hit him from behind.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to expect. He is in the Young Lions Cup. You don't win the Young Lions Cup being average. You don't win it being rich. You don't win it being, smart or whatever. You win by being an extraordinary athlete and the best young wrestler in Northern California. Perry Von Vicious' money, his little blue blood, his pedigree isn't going to help him inside that ring. He's got to turn it on if he wants to go to the second round.
Daniel Torch trying to set the bigger man for the ride. Instead, he gets set, jumps into the rope with a crossbody, only able to get two that time. Daniel Torch using his agility to his advantage, but you heard Matthew Theall on the outside telling Perry Von Vicious, use your size, slow it down, and break him down. But right now, he's having a hard time doing that. Nice knee to the face by D. Torch. There's a cover, hooks the leg, 1, 2, only 2 that time, as he brings a boot into the chest of Perry Von Vicious.
Smart moves by Daniel Torch. He's running rings around the guy right now.
Jumping off that top rope, springboarding in, but nobody home. PVV saw it coming that time.
He needs to live up to his name. He needs to live up to his name and be vicious. And what do we got here?
There's a Cobra Clutch applied in the center of the ring. Torch trying to fight out. That's got to be the $1 million dream from Perry Von Vicious. And he's already put Daniel Torch to sleep. It's already over. Wow.
Perry Von, a game changer. Missing that move was a game changer for Torch. And there it is.
And the winner by submission in 2 minutes and 33 seconds, Perry Von Vicious.
Well, PVV advances to the semifinal round of the Young Lions Cup tournament with the $1 million dream. He puts Daniel Torch to sleep in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
He was on his heels. Daniel Torch had the upper hand the entirety of that match, missing a high-risk maneuver, but Perry Von Vicious, I'm sorry, I'm still not sold.
Well, folks, don't go anywhere. The main event of today's Gym Wars is the final first round match of the Young Lions Cup tournament. We will be right back to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. Don't go away.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having all pro wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. It's time for our final preliminary match in the Young Lions Cup tournament. It's between Mikey Jay, the recent boot camp graduate, and that man, the puppet master of the Carnival of Shadows, Corvvis.
This is going to be a good one. This is almost a grudge match. This is the war that has been going on between the Carnival and APW has now spilled over into the Young Lions Cup. Corvvis, not necessarily a young lion. He's kind of long in the tooth, but Mikey Jay, an exciting newcomer to the APW roster.
But we cannot forget, we saw it a moment ago, newly adorned by Corvvis, of course, but he is the reigning and defending Young Lions Cup champion.
Very true, very true. So he's back in the tournament to try to keep his crown, and Mikey Jay is going to try to dethrone him. So here we go.
Well, there's a lockup into the center of the ring. A lot of passion charged into this match, and you can hear the Gym Wars crowd. They do not like Corvvis. They are strongly behind Mikey Jay, trying to will him on.
And this is an exciting matchup. Mikey Jay, one of the most talented wrestlers to come out of the boot camp in a long time. And Corvvis, the defending Lions Cup champion. This one is going to be one. I think this is one. I think we use what was called epic. Is that what the kids are saying?
Epic is definitely a good word to describe it.
Yeah, this is going to be epic.
Well, Mikey Jay has control of the arm right now, and Corvvis in trouble. You can see him trying to reach for the ropes, trying to get a break on there, trying to get some separation, but to no avail. And now snapmaring him over and locks in the rear headlock. Mikey Jay's in a little bit of trouble here, but he might be able to get his way out, utilizing all of his boot camp training.
Now this is interesting because what you have is you have the former Young Lion Cup champion here. So what you essentially have is a veteran versus a rookie match. I mean, that's what you got. So Mikey Jay, he got the worst draw in the first round because he's got a guy who knows all his tricks, not to mention a guy who has the same training that he's gotten. Corvvis is also a boot camp graduate, but he's had a year of seasoning since winning that Young Lions Cup. He knows what to expect. He's not nervous about being in the tournament. This is tough for Mikey Jay. This is a great test for the young lion here.
And you got to think that with everything that's been going on in APW, with the fact that Corvvis has now got the whole Carnival of Shadows together, Omega and Jekyll's and Blackwell, you got to think that there's got to be some kind of tutelage going on between Blackwell and Jekyll's and Omega and Corvvis.
Blackwell is a person who has a lot of experience. Blackwell was long in the tooth when I joined APW. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and that's what happens. If you're smart like Corvvis, you win the Young Lions Cup, you get a little stroke backstage, and you get the guys around you who can elevate you. And we'll see what he's learned here. And Mikey Jay's in a world of hurt.
Well, Corvvis going outside the rules, ripping away at the hair of Mikey Jay following that kick to the spine. But now Mikey's trying to fight back. Oh, but Corvvis grabs him by the throat and just manhandles him all the way into the corner, utilizing that referee 5 count to its fullest extent, breaking it right at 4 so he doesn't get disqualified.
This is a huge test for Mikey Jay. I've been here. I've never wrestled in the Young Lions Cup. It was brought into existence after I retired, but Mikey has got to dig down. I do know what it's like to take on a veteran, feeling like you're cornered. The only thing that's going to carry him through is that fire. The very virtues that the Young Lions Cup seek to inspire in young wrestlers, Mikey Jay has to dig down, find those virtues in himself, if he's going to defeat Corvvis.
Well, Corvvis slams him down, runs into the ropes, and hesitates. Looked like he was going to drop a leg. Instead, a boot right across the bridge of the nose.
Just blatant disrespect. Corvvis has really changed. You got to wonder. You almost got to root against him here. You kind of want him to lose this Lions Cup because...
Oh, and there's Darkness getting involved, biting at the face of Mikey Jay.
This is not what the Lions Cup is about. Corvvis is not the best example of a young lion. So, Mikey Jay, this is good old good versus evil here.
Mikey Jay getting hung across that top rope. Corvvis running out of the ring once he got up his sleeve. Oh, wow. Nice running kick to the face by Corvvis, just jumping up onto the apron and giving a boot to the face, rolling all the way through into a Boston Crab. Nice maneuver by Corvvis.
That's something that he might have learned from Omega.
Nice maneuver from Corvvis, a little something new, a new trick up the sleeve, but Mikey Jay able to counter out of it, able to power out and get out of that predicament he was in. But right now, Corvvis has the upper hand. Mikey Jay's a little loopy, sends him for the ride, hard into those ropes, looking for a drop kick, but Mikey Jay holds up. And a nice leg drop, jumping all the way through Corvus's body and across, turning and dropping the leg across the throat. But Corvvis able to kick out of the pin there. And Mikey Jay with a nice forearm smash to the face of Corvvis, sends him across the ring into the ropes. Corvvis ducks the clothesline. Oh, he's got him setting up.
Big. Oh,
nice
wow.
T-bone suplex from Corvvis.
And Mikey Jay on Dream Street, he's got to dig down. You know Mikey Jay came in here with big dreams. He wants to be the next young lion. Here it is. You've got to fight back right now, young man, and turn it around.
Well, this is Mikey Jay's first Young Lions Cup. Of course, as a young lion, you get the opportunity to compete up to 3 Young Lions Cup tournaments. Mikey Jay definitely trying to make a name for himself here in All Pro Wrestling. Recently debuted. And a nice big clothesline taking down Corvvis. Nice clothesline once again. Corvvis in trouble here. Nice standing drop kick from Mikey Jay, putting on a display of athletic ability here in the first round of the Young Lions Cup. Setting him up, trying to go finish him off right there. Instead, gets countered. Oh, rolling all the way through. Hook covered him. 1, 2, 3.
That's it.
And Mikey Jay pins Corvvis.
And the winner by pinfall in 5 minutes and 20 seconds, Mikey Jay.
And it's official. It is official. There will be a new Young Lions Cup champion this year.
That's right. You got to call that an upset. The rookie getting the pin on Corvvis. And Corvvis does not look happy about it. He's going to argue with referee Toby Reynolds, saying, I kicked out at 2. But referee Toby Reynolds right there saying, no, that was 3. You're done. You're out of the tournament. And like you said, Killer Jay, we are going to be crowning a new Young Lions Cup champion. But Corvvis not happy with what's going on, kicking Mikey Jay off the second rope. And did you see the way Mikey's head bounced off the mat?
That could have been a concussion, and I know a little bit about concussions. And I'm worried about Mikey Jay.
Corvvis with a kick to the abdomen of Mikey.
Once again, Corvvis proving that he does not deserve the title of Young Lions champion. It's a good thing he lost. I don't know how Mikey Jay is going to move forward in the tournament here, but Corvvis doesn't belong in this tournament.
Corvvis upset that he will not be able to repeat as Young Lions Cup tournament champion. Just going right after Mikey Jay. That was uncalled for. Folks, next week we have a 6-man elimination match between Alexis Derevko, Dave Dutra, Sheik Kanabati, Venice DeMarco, the Boss Derek Sanders, and of course, Big Country, Jody Christopherson.
Wow, that's a slobber knocker.
A lot of passion and energy built up in that match. Also, it is the semifinals of the Young Lions Cup tournament. What's going to happen? You know, Mikey Jay just got assaulted big time by Corvvis. He's moving on to the semifinals.
Joined by Perry Von Vicious,
Will Roode,
and BrandonP.net.
That's right. That is going to be huge. Next week, the second round of the Young Lions Cup. For Killer Jay Mathias, I'm John Roberts, and everyone at All Pro Wrestling. We will see you next week for round 2 of the Young Lions Cup tournament.